Wanna blur the world with an ease of a drop? Well, wrong video, because I don't know how to do that, but I can show you a product that claims to blur your skin. Welcome to the Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint by Fenty Beauty. Hi, my name is Muniza and I make beauty related videos just like this one, so if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to be a part of my Sass fam. Now this skin tint comes in all these 25 wonderful shades, and if you're wondering how you're going to find your matching shade between the skin tint and the Pro Filter Hydrating or the Pro Filter Matte Long Wearing foundations, because both the long wearing foundations have 50 shades in each of their shade range, then let me help you out. So in my case, I got shade 7 in the Eaze Drop Skin Tint, which is nice for anyone who has a light medium skin color with either a warm undertone or a neutral undertone. And now if I were to pick one of their long wearing foundations, I could narrow my options to either shade 210 or shade 220 in the Pro Filter range, and since my skin has a neutral undertone, I would get shade 210. And if you want to find your skin tint shade, go to Fenty Beauty's website and they have this little cheat sheet that can help you out. My beauty tip for you today is that you need to know if your skin has a warm, cool or neutral undertone, because if you have a foundation, or in this case a skin tint, that has the wrong undertone, it will not only make you look ashy, but it can also make you look old. So you can click the eye on the top of the screen, or I leave a link in the description as well as the comment section where I give you my 8 simple tips on how you can find your perfect foundation shade in store or online. In terms of consistency, she is thin and runny. And since blurring is in its name, I'm not going to be applying any primer on this half of my face. And to apply this skin tint, Rihanna suggests using 2 to 3 drops, and I'll apply it using my NYX foundation brush, and then I'll go in with my beauty blender to make sure everything is nice and blended. So this is one layer of the skin tint and nothing on this side. And then this side, I'm applying the Body Shop Tea Tree Pore Minimizer Primer to see if it makes a difference in terms of it blurring my pores and smoothing my skin overall. And this is one layer of the skin tint with the primer and without the primer. What do you think? Did it blur out my pores and smooth my skin? I'd say it blurred my pores 50% without the primer, and then 60 to 70% with the primer. And then in terms of coverage, I feel like it is light to sheer coverage because I can still see the blemishes on my nose. Ignore the dryness around my nose. I had like a severe allergy attack like 4 days ago, but other than that, it feels lightweight, like it doesn't even look like I have anything on. And then in terms of finish, it has a nice natural finish to it. Now it does say that it is a light to medium coverage buildable formula, so I'm applying another layer, and this is what 2 layers look like. I'd say it's still light coverage even after 2 layers because I can still see the blemishes on my nose. So I'm going to quickly apply a 3rd layer to see if I can achieve that medium coverage. So I'd say it takes 3 layers of the skin tint to get that medium coverage, but it still feels lightweight. Now apart from the skin tint having buildable coverage and being vegan, gluten-free and cruelty-free, it also claims to be long wearing, and its Hydra Blend Complex is supposed to be humidity, sweat and transfer resistant. So I'll check back in after a couple of hours to see how we are holding up. Honestly, there's nothing to tell other than everything looks perfect. Everything seems to have blended in together nicely as well. And 3 hours and 3 layers of the skin tint later, it still feels really lightweight. And then looking up close, I don't notice any creasing or caking. So let's check back in at the end of the day. 10 hours later and my skin looks like it has a nice healthy glow, although I am shinier on this side where I didn't apply any primer versus this side where I applied the Body Shop Mattifying Tea Tree Pore Minimizer Primer. And then looking up close, I am noticing the skin tint starting to cake and crease in my smile lines. My fan thoughts on the Fenty Beauty Eaze Stop Blurring Skin Tint is that for 39 Canadian dollars plus tax, I don't think it's worth it, and in terms of ratings, I'm giving it 3 stars because firstly, $39 for a skin tint is a bit much in my opinion, especially because it took 3 layers to get the medium coverage. Not to mention it has oxidized, which just means that the skin tint has gotten a shade or two darker from when I first applied it, kind of like how an apple oxidizes and turns brown after it's been sitting for a while. Plus, I'm noticing it caking and creasing around my smile lines, and their claim of it being transfer resistant is not true because as you can see, it did transfer onto my mask. It did, however, blur out my pores by 50% on the side where I didn't apply any primer and 60 to 70% where I applied the primer. So that claim is true. Now, if you prefer light coverage foundations that have a natural dewy finish to it but want a more affordable option, then click right here to check out my review on the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation, or click here to check out the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Serum Foundation review, and I'll see you there. Also, don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel to be a part of the Sass fam.